My brother-in-law leaned across the table at Sunday dinner, smirked and said, "So, Marcus, how long were you planning to hide the kid from us?" Every single fork clinked down against the china. Total silence. My wife Sarah froze mid-bite, her eyes darting between him and me. My heart hammered against my ribs. I choked out, "What are you talking about, Dave?" He took a slow sip of his sweet tea. Loving every second of the drama. A teenager showed up at my garage this morning, said he was your son, looking for his real dad. Kid looks exactly like you did in high school. Dead ringer. My mother-in-law gasped immediately, pressing her hand to her chest. Sarah's face drained of all color. She looked at me like I was a complete stranger. "Dave, that's impossible," I said, my voice cracking. There is no kid." "Well, you can tell him yourself." Dave shrugged, leaning back. "I gave him your address. He's probably on his way here right now." Sarah stood up, her chair scraping loudly against the hardwood. Marcus hallway now in the hall. The tension was suffocating. Her eyes were welling up. 15 years, Marcus. "We've been married 15 years. Is there something from your past you forgot to mention, Sarah? I swear to you, I have no idea who this is," I pleaded. But I could hear the doubt hardening in her eyes. Dave had a history of stirring up trouble, but this was too specific, right on cue. The doorbell rang. It sounded like a death knell. We all walked to the front door like a jury marching to the box. I threw it open, and my breath caught in my throat. Standing on the porch was a kid, maybe 16, wearing a faded varsity jacket. And God help me, he looked just like my old pictures. The same unruly dark curls, the same sharp jawline, even the slight nervous twitch in his left eye. He looked at me, his voice trembling. "Are you Marcus Vance?" My mom said. "You lived around here." "I am," I said, my hands shaking. "But kid, I think there's been a massive mistake." The boy pulled a folded piece of paper from his pocket. "I did one of those DNA kits online. It flagged you as a first-degree paternal match. Look." Sarah snatched the paper. I saw her jaw tighten as she read the names. My mother-in-law peeked over her shoulder and muttered, "Oh, Marcus, how could you?" The kid looked completely lost. "I didn't mean to crash your dinner. I wanted to know who my dad was." Seeing him standing there, looking so vulnerable, Sarah's maternal instinct completely overrode her anger. She softened. "Come inside, sweetie. Let's get you something to eat." Within 45 minutes, the kid was sitting at our dining table. My family had completely taken the bait. My mother-in-law was serving him a massive plate of pot roast, and Sarah was asking him all about his school, his hobbies, his life. The kid was quiet, mostly nodding, but his eyes were constantly moving. He kept asking weirdly specific questions, where we kept the spare house keys when we usually went to work. If we had a security system, a cold knot started forming in my stomach. Something felt entirely off. Suddenly, the kid's phone buzzed. He glanced at it, stood up nervously and said, "Excuse me, I have to use the restroom." 10 minutes passed, then 15. "Marcus, go check on him," Sarah whispered, finally looking a bit uneasy. I walked down the hallway and knocked on the bathroom door. No answer. I pushed it open. The bathroom was completely empty. The window was wide open. The screen popped out onto the grass outside. Suddenly, Sarah let out a piercing scream from the master bedroom upstairs. I sprinted up the stairs. Sarah was standing by our closet holding an empty velvet box. "My engagement ring," she cried. "The safe is open, the emergency cash. Everything is gone." Just then, Dave walked into the bedroom holding up his phone with a massive grin on his face. "Relax, guys. I got it all on camera." We all stared at him dumbfounded. "You think I'd let some random kid claim to be a Vance without doing my homework?" Dave laughed. "I knew he was a fake the second he walked into my shop. I've seen this scam on the news, the DNA scam. A ring of local grifters research targets on Facebook, use hair dye and colored contacts to mimic old family photos and print out fake DNA reports to blindside people and get inside their houses." Dave showed us his screen. It was a crystal clear video of the kid sprinting out of our side door straight into the back seat of a waiting silver sedan. I got their license plate, the driver's face, and the kid holding the loot. Dave smirked. "I already sent it to the sheriff's department. They just pulled them over down the highway." Sarah dropped to the bed, burying her face in her hands, completely exhausted. I looked at Dave, completely stunned. The man who usually tore our family apart had just saved us. I exhaled a breath. I felt like I'd been holding all afternoon. "Dave, I don't even know what to say." Dave patted my shoulder, walking past me. "Don't worry about it, little bro, but next time maybe don't look so guilty."